Okay, so that defense goes down. Yeah, it's gonna probably be dead. Alright, well, whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to lose this fight for now. But yeah, in general, it's just that idea that, I want to reduce the rendering time and have less to deal with that. And then the second reason I wanted to change in format or something like that is the fact that copyright is an issue. Like, this pertained more so than to my second option in this video, where I would like don't upload anymore, but still like continue streaming and stuff. And that was my idea of what I wanted to do if I was like not able to how should I say, not able to continue like continue uploading because of the fact that like I want to listen to the game's music sometimes. Like, I want the audio to go all the way up so I can like feel the I wanted to make sure to feel like what the game intentionally wants me to feel in the game, because there's a reason why the games have music in them, and copyright isn't helping with some of them because of the fact that some of them are for artistic reasons, like let's say, I don't know, some DJ music that's playing in the background or something. Like, it's intentionally that because they want to make you feel like you're in a tropical ocean or something, like Far Cry 3, for example. Like, there's rap music for something, or tropical music, reggae or something. Like, the mood is gone because I had to remove the music due to copyright, and that's the problem with it as well with YouTube, is that it's not making it easier. It's not friendly to those who are trying to just play a game in general and like do the things that I would like expect to do with games that have music, in-game music that I want to listen to and like feel the vibe of what the character or what the scenery is like. All right, let me try this other train. I'm gonna try all trainers, like all at least once, and then see how that goes. Like, see who we can get through the farthest. Oh, okay, that's really random. Oh yeah, she's psychic type. We do have a dark move on. Okay, this is okay. I think this is going to be the one that we'll probably make the farthest with. But we need to like train our Pokemons with whoever this person would be to help gain ourselves some traction to fight better on the other two trainers that we just literally faced just now in this episode or in this session. Alright, but anyways, yeah, like copyright has been sort of an issue for me, I think. Or not an issue, but like would be an issue if I wasn't careful. And I know that people who wouldn't mind no music is okay, like stuff like that. People don't mind it on some occasions, but I think a lot of the time people would like to play the game or want to hear the game for the way it is, so that it doesn't become a bit of an issue. Oh, I forgot, she has electric type, doesn't she? Ugh. Oh yeah, because my character is also psychic. Yeah, my Subat is a psychic Pokemon. None of this is working well. This is like bad decision all over the place. But in general, it's just that. Like, it's just the copyright has not been useful or helpful. Or not, it's useful, but it's not helpful for me. Oh no, it's super effective to me, isn't it? Why does Dark type have to affect Ghost types and Ghost types have to affect Ghost? Wait, no, it's Ghost versus Ghost. Never mind. Yeah, it's Ghost affects Ghosts. That's the weird part of it, I think. Oh, come on. That's a douchebag move. I don't have full restore either. I didn't buy any because I know that I'm going to be fighting this and testing out the waters. But this is not going farther in than I should have expected it. This is literally not going in there as far as I thought it was going to be. Oof. Yeah. This is bad. I'll try to use Gigalith. I don't think this will work, but we'll see. Stone Edge, I guess? I don't know. Probably be a 1-hit KO. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, cool. But in general, it's just that. Like, I just want to play the games for the game itself. And that's why it pertains to the second one where I don't have to upload it. And I just leave it at kind of like the one time only you'll ever see me play that game on Twitch, pretty much. And then that'll be that. Oh, Metagross. Didn't expect to meet this guy here. Meteor Mash? What? Oh my god, it's a fighting move. Why? Why does every Pokemon in this game... Why does every Pokemon in the Elite Four have to have at least one fighting move? It's like Black and White was made to thrive with fighting moves. Like every Pokemon needs to at least learn one fighting move or something. I feel like it would be. I may be wrong, but the heck, I have nothing I can fight against Metagross. I literally have no fire type. I could have captured that Pokemon, the T-Pig, from like in the previous sessions. I should have captured that T-Pig and used that, because since I'm not fighting Bio, I could just train one Pokemon and try to at least get the advantage against something like this, because it's a Metal type, and I don't know. I just don't know how this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be tough as hell, to be honest. It's like tough as nails trying to get rid of as much of the enemies in this game, and it requires me to train a lot to freaking get to the point where I need it to be for these Pokemons. And Garbodor is gonna probably go down pretty much, because Garbodor has nothing either. Yep, it's dead. It's done. It's dead. And there goes. That seems to be a lot farther than I got into. I'm just kidding. No, I think that the fighting trainer was a lot easier than the other two so far, it seems like. Alright, let's try out this last person, which is, I think was the... What type was this guy again? Ghost type. Okay, cool. Let's fight the ghost type trainer, I guess. Let's go. I love the theming, though. The theming is really cool. Let me think. What was that I wanted? What did I wanted to say? Oh yeah, and then copyright. Just that. It's just that idea of that. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling and talking my way out. It's because I'm kind of like distracted by this again, as I mentioned. Just super distracted, and I just don't know what. I don't like rambling on, but I just ended up rambling on sometimes. I don't think that should be. Is that? Why is there a grass type move on a fire ghost type? Excuse me. Okay, I guess. But it's cool that my Simipour can damage. It's like the most #1 enemy on the radar for the Chandelier. But I don't know how Chandelier is like the one with the type of like. I don't get it. I still don't get it why they have grass type. But oh, and yeah, it's gonna hurt freaking Gigalith, isn't it? I accidentally pressed Rock Smash, didn't I? Oh, okay, I got Mud Slap apparently. I forgot. I don't know what it left it on, so. Alright, let me go ahead and see. Yeah, Mud Slap and Stone Edge. Stone Edge should be the one I should have used. I ended up actually using the wrong one. Oh, come on. You avoided it too? Ugh. Anyways, and then the last one that I wanted to talk about, which is pertaining to Bio's video pretty much, is what I wanted to talk about, is competition. Like, as I mentioned in that video, like, YouTube is geared more for competition. Like, people are very competitive for their channel to be the next big thing, I guess I would say. Like, newer channels won't survive if they don't have something unique and different from the next person, and that's the problem as well. It's like, it's good for that channel, but it's also like good that there's more new content for people who haven't thought of something like far ahead from the next big crowd of people, and that's great. But the problem with it is that with competition on top of that, it becomes harder for other people who are like trying to do their thing and like try to share a community and stuff like that. And it's hard because if they get big, it's hard to communicate with them that you would want to work with them and stuff like that. And it's less, and it becomes more of a leeching thing, and that's the bad part too. Like we build ourselves a mentality for leeching off of other big people, and I don't want that. I don't really care for the leeching part of anything, because I don't really care for it, to be honest. I just want to be friends. I just want to make friends, and I want to enjoy something very moment-to-moment based with people. And that's why I made this a hobby. I made doing the videos a hobby for that sense. But it's been hard because it also, like, it's also hard to follow like channels through search bars now, because he mentioned in his video that he and I aren't searchable, but we are. But it's just the problem of YouTube changing their algorithm constantly, that it has become harder for us to be searched by a subset of people. Like, we have to search ourselves really very like we have to thoroughly search for ourselves, and it's like not the easiest of anything to sort of like deal with, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to put it. It's just, in general, it's just hard for us to sort of be out there because of the fact that algorithm pushes us down all the way, because we're not monetizing our videos, because monetization is another key factor to reasons to why videos are not searchable, because you have to actually be very you have to be monetized and partnered in order to actually be able to put yourself up onto the top. Like, although the creators of the week kind of thing that YouTube has been trying to push has been out there, it hasn't been helpful, because there's too many of us, and that if it's too many of us as well, or on top of being too many of us, it's also difficult to find the right people to like showcase, because there are a lot of other people who would abuse the system, abuse like their videos, and they don't see it until they dig deeper enough, and YouTube doesn't want to lose name for choosing the wrong people again, and that's why it's harder and harder for people to sort of come around where YouTube would like try to share their videos and content much more. And that's another issue that comes up with the content creators of the week, and so it's like you might not even be in the mix because of the fact of that, somewhat. It's gonna have to go down. I think the ghost type is pretty easy if Simipour didn't die first. Yeah, Simipour could do well in this. I'm sorry, I'm just talking about the fight here that I'm looking at. I'm examining it, and it looks like the ghost is pretty easy if I could let Simipour be stronger. But Simipour is like pretty low in there, so it's like it will take a long time, and I gotta keep constantly healing them. Like, so far, if in order to survive off the Elite Four, I have to actually carry a lot of full restores or hyper potions and a lot of revive, and that's gonna be either to throw out all my money onto the things, or to train my Pokemon to be stronger, so that I can actually legitimately fight those Elite Four, pretty much. So I see where my problem lies with my team so far. It's just that they're not strong enough, because they're not above 50, like, collectively, but at the same time, I don't have some certain move sets that I can deal with for one of them. One of them is, I think, Ghost type, I think. Yeah, it might be Ghost type. I forget which one, because I know that one of them has a Metal type. No, it's Dark type. Yeah, Dark type's going to be a little bit tough. Even though it's a fighting type that might affect it much more, or makes it stronger, it's still really tough nonetheless, because I only have one Pokemon who's like super effective both sides. Like, Gigalith is the only one that seems to be good, but it's like he's also super affected by a lot of things, and so it's like a trade-off. Just tough, very tough to just try to use Gigalith in those fights for sure. Considering that he needs to like sort of, you have to also sort of like attack. I like how Surf actually hits them when they're underground, which is the funnier part. Oh no, you still avoids it. Okay, never mind. It looks like it could, because it floods into the hole, but it doesn't really. I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna train I'm gonna take the rest of the session to train my Pokemons a little bit, and then I'll end the session, because I want to finish up this conversation. But yeah, follow up to what Bio has mentioned previously, is that yes, it's tough to find our videos now at this point as well, because I mentioned that it was monetization, partnerships. What else was there? It's very like saturated with like certain games. Like, we have to find the newest game. We have to actually find ourselves in a lucky spot where we play a game that hasn't come out yet. Like, for me, my lucky moment was the Assassin's Creed U-turn? Okay, I guess. Assassin's Creed Rogue. I was lucky to play the game because it wasn't on the game hadn't came out on the new gen console in the PC version, I think, but then it slowly came out in the PC version and the new gen consoles a lot later, of course. I don't want to do. Yeah. So let me get rid of Swallow. I don't like Swallow because it doesn't heal me, and it's not 100% either. The accuracy is kind of wrong, but whatever. Or it fails because I didn't understand. I don't understand that system. I don't understand Swallow that well yet. But yeah, in general, like, we have to be like very lucky, and Assassin's Creed Rogue was a good example for me because it didn't came out on the other two stuff yet, and then when it came out, people still search for it, but they find like my content, and that was because people could Google search it or YouTube search it and find it early on. But now it's like you won't be able to find it because it became saturated in that sense. So if I was to like do something new or find something like that I own for myself, that I made myself kind of, or games that hasn't come out and I'm the only one who kind of had it on my channel, that would make sense. Like that's why we would be able to be found very easily. But it's harder and harder to come up with an audience if we don't have anything good to showcase that is different from the next person or different from the next channel, unless you offer something unique and different from viewing based off of something else. Okay, I thought he was gonna flinch me again. I was like, damn it, don't flinch me again. But yeah, that's all I could say. I like there's some viewers who recommend me to play new games or get some new games, but at the same time, I'm buying these games on my own. YouTube's not supporting me. Like Bio has mentioned, like he hasn't earned a single dollar, or not as much of like $10 from doing the YouTube. And I am in the same boat with him where we don't earn anything out of this. We're doing this for fun. We're doing this out of sight, out for our own hobbies. We're doing it for our own like enjoyment instead of having somebody to like fund us or anything. People might be like, why not do a Patreon? Why not do do a Patreon, or do like some sort of like weird donation thingy mabobber, or some kind of like merchandise things. Like you would understand that if you were big. Merchandise is when you're big. Patreon is when you have something new or exclusive to offer. We don't have anything like very exclusive to offer, to be honest. That's the only sad part, because we can't just say like pay us like $5 a month and then not expect you to give back to the community somehow. Like, we do this for just fun, and we do this when we have the time. We don't do it like all the time. We're not full time, and we did say that we're not making this a career out of ourselves. We're just doing it for fun. If we did it for career, sure, it made sense that we do a Patreon, or we do like a donation, or not a donation thing, like mostly a Patreon thing. And that's the only reason, and the merch thing, yeah. That's the only thing we would probably be seeing ourselves doing if that's the case. And I don't think we can do it if we didn't have a plan in mind. And that's the only case and reason why we can't like get new games and try to fund ourselves to make better content, or find ourselves in the top pages of certain contents on certain parts of the games that people are searching for. Like, let's say the newest game, Mortal Kombat 11. Like, I don't have it. I don't ask for it. I'd rather purchase it myself because I want to play fair. I want to be a consumer. I don't want to play it like I'm the special person. I deserve a free copy of that game. I don't want that. I'm not going to betray the developers for that. I'd rather pay my way to get that. Unless they really want me to have it, like a sponsorship kind of thing, fine. That's great. And I appreciate that publisher/company, but I'm not going to just like jump into the boat of asking for a free copy right off the bat, no matter what. Like, even indie games studios, I'd rather purchase it and then play it instead of asking for it. If they just tell me through the DMs on Twitter or email me a free copy, I'll be like, sure, I'll take it. I'll run with it and play the whole game for the channel. But at the same time, I'm also going to try my best to advertise it to people to say that this game exists, because that's what I do. I like to talk about the game and play the game and enjoy the game because it was free. And that's the case with a lot of the games that I get emailed by, like, for example, Ultra Hat Dimension, I think Red Solstice back in the beta versions of itself, and then like a couple of things. Like, I don't remember them from the top of my head really much, But in general, they just tell me, oh, Abatron, yeah, Abatron was one of them. Like, I just played them and just like enjoyed them as much as I could, and then I would just like shout them out through the video itself and enjoy it and stuff like that. But yeah, like I just play it and just enjoy as much as I could from whatever it is. Like that's the kind of thing I would do, and that's the only thing that I see myself like just doing, which is like the smaller bits of things rather than the bigger like AAAs and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyways, to close it out kind of on this conversation, I know it spanned across last episode and this episode. Point is simple. It's more of a change of format, less so than me just quitting YouTube and immediately doing Twitch right off the bat. I'm just going to finish up my games, of course, and then just roll out slowly into a different form of doing my things, which is through Twitch, and then transferring those Twitch streams into episodes for whatever game I play, whatever game that I start playing. If things turn out really weird and rough, I will probably just leave it at Twitch only and not upload a single video on YouTube anymore, or just leave YouTube to be recording whatever it is, but like only those particular games will be recorded rather than the newer things that I do, pretty much. And yeah, that would be the plan in terms of what I was thinking about doing the thing, just to finish up the follow-up for my Roz vlog thing. And last but not least, like the 3 reasons: copyright, hate it, but also understand why it's there and why it's necessary, but would love to have it loosened up based on the gaming community. What was it? Rendering takes too much time. If I fail to do something wrong, like if I do something wrong, it takes me 1 hour and 30 minutes each render time, at the very least, like an average, I think I would call it, average of 1 hour and 30 minutes. Sometimes it might be 2 hours, it might be 3 hours, depending on how long the video is or how much editing I put into the video. So yeah, rendering time pretty much was a bite towards my time to do other things that I wanted to do for game development. I wanted to spend time to work on my own projects and stuff, but I didn't spend enough time because of the fact that I had to always think about rendering throughout the whole day and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to reduce my time in dealing with that. And then last but not least, pertaining to the follow-up to Bio's video and my video, competition in YouTube is really tough because circumstances including partnership, monetization, not having trending like stuff. Like the idea of YouTube is like trends, and that's not us. We're just doing things to our own enjoyment. So we're more like a niche kind of type of channels rather than actual, like, I don't know what to call it, like instead of like the trendsetters or the trend finders. Like I used to be a trend finder, but now I don't really care for it. I just want to just do the things I want to do, and like whenever I have the time, I will do it, kind of thing. And then for that is like it's just tiresome and a lot of waste of money and time and stuff like that. So I don't want to deal with that too much. And last but not least, just competition, being encouraged that there's less collaborative things. Like that's why I'm saying that I haven't found a lot of people to work with, because everyone else is worrying about their own channel, their own hides, than to worry about a new friend in mind, or a new group of people to work with, or play games with in general. And that's why it's a lot tougher when you're smaller instead of bigger. So I don't know what else to say beyond that. And that's why I want to move towards the change up in format, which is the follow-up for that. Follow-up to those 3 reasons why I wanted to not do the way I'm doing now. Instead, I just do it on Twitch and just like run with that and see how that goes. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't matter for me anyways, because I just want to do something for fun, less so than to worry about the stress of making this channel bigger and stuff. The bigness should come on its own. It shouldn't matter for me anyways, but whatever. Oh god, the guy's burning down there. I'll do lick, but it's gonna fail anyways because he's gonna avoid it. And there's dig. Oof, doesn't really hurt much. Alright, let me go and surf. Cool yourself down, boy. Surf. But yeah, overall that's it for me in that like regards of the video. That I hope that will be the last time I'll ever talk about between both of our updates. If Bio wants to bring up some stuff, I'll probably talk about that, I guess. But I highly doubt I want to follow up on that. I'd rather it be where we sit down and do a Roz vlog or Rozcast, if anything, because that's a thing that he and I have yet to do in a long time. I really feel like we should. Yeah, and or like try to finish up this game in general with me if he wants. Like we can talk a lot about what we feel and what we think, because he spent 8 years. I spent like 6 now. This coming summer is like 6-ish. Not constant uploads, but at least like good amounts of videos, I guess, uploading wise. Yeah, stuff like that, I guess. Like we can just talk it over some more if on the recordings as we can go. We can also start rambling on like I did, trying to figure out what I'm trying to say because of playing the game. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is it for me in the session of Pokemon MMO Black and White for now. I'm going to go ahead and grind my levels for the Pokemon. Let me see how much... I like how I'm talking and I'm mindlessly doing the work of training while grinding, and that's really funny for me. All right. I want to really train Semiport up to a certain degree, because Semiport is going to be necessary for a lot of the fights, because if it comes to fighting, I want him to be the number 2 to kind of deal with it. Yeah, and maybe Subat needs to train eventually. Yeah, I need to train them all up to level 50 at least, considering that they all need to be up there. That will help all the Pokemon to sort of like get better in the fights with the Elite Four. At least 50, 55-ish, I think I should try to do it on. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to go in terms of length of time just to train them, but do know that it might take a while before I come back to this session or to this series, because I need to train them, and training is going to take a lot more time than I expected it to be. Yeah, so other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next session or series of Mines or episode of Mines, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. We can whenever watching this. So this will be it for now. In the next episode, hopefully we'll return with higher level Pokemons, and hopefully we'll try to deal with the Elite Four as we go. Other things I'll probably talk about will probably show up when they do. I don't know what kind of conversation I'm bringing in with the next session. I'll just probably go as it goes, as it ends, as this series comes to a close when it does. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Other than that, that's it. So check out in the description box down below. Of course, I forgot to mention Bile's channel, because I actually have said that I was going to probably leave his channel linked down in the description box, because A, I'm too lazy to remove it, and B, I'll probably mention him every now and then in this series. So I was just I'm gonna mention him every now and then for the rest of the series, because he started this with me, and I want to end it with at least a little mention to him, or a little nod with him, so that he knows that the series was between both of us. So anyways, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and in the next episode / session, we'll probably continue on to fight the Elite Four, and hopefully we'll get to the end of the champion. We're fighting the champion, and I'll stop there. I think, oh yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I will probably put in the next session if I do remember. That is Pokemon MMO Platinum. So they're finally not skipping Diamond and Pearl, aka Platinum. They're actually going to go backwards and try to bring that in, which is the funnier part, because I was like, where's Diamond and Pearl? Insert the Draw and Travolta meme. It's just like, kind of thing. Yeah, I was like, where's that Pokemon game? It's like, so we might continue our Pokemon journey through Pokemon MMO through Platinum version. Maybe alone for that one. I don't know yet. But that Platinum version is going to be quite a while, I think. It's because I remember there was a picture of it and it said soon. So I don't think it's going to be very soon. It'll probably be another year or so, because it's probably a different architecture. Like the way that Platinum was built was through the Nintendo DS, and that was harder to sort of like pull apart maybe for the team who's working on Pokemon MMO. Maybe. I don't know. Other than that, that's it for me in this episode anyways. And that's all I could say. Roz, out.